Guys, this is going to be really short. It's just something I've just stumbled across, and I want to share it to show you how all these sports are connected, that these outcomes are ridiculous, that it's not man determining the outcomes. It's God, Satan, the supernatural. It is why New Zealand, an amazing rugby team, had a 25-6 lead with 10 minutes left of the game, where England never looked like getting a try. And it finished 25-25. And I'm going to tell you why it finished 25-25. So it's easy to just get taken in by the drama of everything. But enough's enough now, isn't it, with these outcomes? Hello, Mia. Mia, I've got some good news for you. 6 in the live, 2 likes. Elizabeth was coronated 6-2. 7 in the live, 3 likes. She was married for 73 years to Philip. So, Mia, on the 28th, of course it has to be the 28th because the World Cup lasts 28 days and Harry Kane was born the 28th day of July, the perfect number. On the 28th of November, I'm going to be coming to Del Mar. I'm going to be working for like 6 days or 7 days with 7th and 8th grade. I'm doing them a favor, so I'm going to be there. Don't get your hopes up thinking I'm coming back for good. 8 in the live, 3 likes, Tom Brady's birthday. I ain't coming back for good, but I'm helping out because I've got nothing but love and respect for the school and the directors, the teachers, the students, and all of that. I just have a little respect for the education system. So you need to come back for good. I want you back for good. No, I ain't coming back for good. 9 in the live, 3 likes, Gareth Southgate's birthday, 9-3. In the last 9 minutes, England got 3 tries. Just ridiculous. 71 minutes, couldn't get one, and in 9 minutes they get 3. So I'll be there. Mia, I won't be teaching your age group, unfortunately, but I'll be there. I'll hang out with you at recess and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. So it'll be interesting for me. It's been a while since I've been in a classroom teaching, and I'm going to be teaching students that don't really know me. Everyone knows who I am, don't they? But I've never taught these kids, so it should be good. Yeah, I know everyone's going to be wanting to speak to me and pestering me, but that's not bad. 11 in the live, 4 likes. Elizabeth died with 114 days left in the year. Can you give us class one day? Do you think we get any work done? To be honest, I don't know if we'd get any work done. We'd just be talking about so many things. 9 in the live, 4 likes. That's when Prince Philip died. Let me get into this because I don't want to be here forever. If you saw my video today, guys, the 6.66 thousand subs today on a day leaving 42 days left in the year, and the beast reigns for 42 months. It seems that me, for whatever reason, is just so synced up with the universe. A lot of people are telling me it's because you've spent thousands of hours coding it and you're getting your reward now. And I was like, I'm not sure. But it's just wild how it all goes down. Hey, MJ. Hey, Nicholas. How you doing? Philip. Yeah, today, much love to my mate Andy. Told you the guy born 4-4. His birthday's 10 days before mine. The last 10 minutes of this rugby game were very interesting. Was on a boat with him and a group of people because he's getting married on Tuesday. I told you I chose that date because it is 11/22/22. And he actually decided to get married on that date because of me, because I gave him that date. So we're on a boat today, which was nice. I was with Kenya. And again, guys, Queen Elizabeth became the queen at age 25. And she became the queen in Kenya. And I'm doing this code now with England that drew 25-25 with New Zealand. The day that I was with Kenya again, although I am seeing it quite a lot. Guys, I'm going to need to charge this because I'm on 11%. I knew it. 11%. Of course I am. Of course I'm I'm on 11%. Where's my charger? All right. I don't want it getting cut off. All right, I'm going to get into the code before I start rambling on. 13 in the life, 4 likes. That's when Kobe played his last ever NBA game, the 13th of April, the day before my birthday. You still have that? No. MJ, listen, you mustn't be on my website. A year and a half ago, maybe slightly longer, when I was beginning to think that Queen Elizabeth was going to die right before the World Cup, I said, if Queen Elizabeth dies right before the World Cup, my favorite pick is England. If Queen Elizabeth is still alive, okay, during it, I don't think England wins. She died like I said she would at 96. My number one pick is England. And then Brazil, then Argentina. Each passing day, I think Argentina may be a trap because the mainstream media are absolutely pushing Argentina. I saw an article today saying Argentina have no weaknesses. I'm like, they're not winning it. So they have all these 36s. There's so many 36s with Argentina. So first of all, you had the fact that they won the World Cup 36 years ago in 86 when I was born. Then Pope Francis is Argentinian. Final is a day after his birthday. Pope Francis was born in 36. And Argentina, they're coming in to this World Cup where they're undefeated in 36 games. They have so many 36s, it is baffling. There's a lot of 36s with Maradona. And remember when Argentina won it, it was the year that Diego Maradona did the hand of God. I've told you this whole World Cup's going to be biblical. I think it's going to lead to World War III. And I believe that it's going to be England that will be lifting that trophy. Maradona died 36 days left in the year. Maradona died 24 months and 23 days before the World Cup final, 2423. 2,423 is the 360th prime. Obviously, a circle's 360 degrees. 666 is the 36 triangular number. Argentina could get their third World Cup. I just think the way that they're building up Argentina is too much. Okay? Like when everyone were building up the Lakers and LeBron to go 5 and 6, I saw through it. The Brazil code is all about 22 and Christ the Redeemer statue. There's a small part of me that wants Brazil to win, but I have a feeling they're going to get beat in the final. Hey, 6079 Smith, much love to you. Incredible guy, incredible coder. 14 in the life, 4 likes. That's my birthday, my dad's birthday. Look at that, 15 in the life, 4 likes. England won the World Cup with 154 days left in the year. The Titanic sunk 15-4. The Hillsborough disaster was 15-4. Everything's truly coded. Christ the Redeemer statue inaugurated on Aleister Crowley's birthday. What? That's the stuff I love from 6079 when it hits me with facts like that. 16 in a live like, guys, 4 likes, 4 times 4, 16. The score in this England game was 25-6 at one point, which is 16 times 16. So, MJ, if you were on my website, I don't know who you are, and I don't need to plug my website at this point. People are just signing up like boom, 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 and that's going to happen. I just let it be when it comes to that. If you were on my website and you read my England code that I did on Friday, the most remarkable code, you would be thinking England are going to win it. And I ain't saying I know everything because I don't. But just something about this month, I'm 94% in my picks. All right. I don't gamble, as you know, but we're 19 days in. Like, I did 2 perfect codes yesterday, which were all about the Queen, and they both won. One of the teams were plus 500 in play. And then the Warriors, of course, they became 7 and 9, which I said a while ago they would. 22nd prime. It's a 22nd edition of the World Cup. For whatever reason, the royal family are connected to Golden State Warriors. Maybe the gold with the crown. I don't know. But I've figured out the Warriors and all the code. That's why I had them win the NBA 6 months before they won it. I've got all the numbers with Steph Curry and how he syncs up with Queen Elizabeth. That's why he dominated last year. I'm thinking, like, once this World Cup's over, maybe the Queen numbers are not relevant. But then again, the revelation, so they'll probably always be relevant until everything plays out the way I think it's going to play out. So, wow, Chris is up. It's 4:14, my birthday. He's up at 4:14. I just saw I had 20 in the live, 6 likes, and Patreon took down my account on 26, 2 months and 6 days after my birthday. My life's so coded at this point. Yeah, I like Steph Curry to win the NBA again this season. Is the code on the website free to see? No, you have to pay. The code took me over 5 hours to do, and I had a headache for about 3 or 4 hours afterwards. My brain was working like it's never worked before. Like, you know, when you see those GIFs where there's numbers around and it's all of that happened to me. I'm not going to break down that code. That's from my website. And there was someone the other day, I'm not going to get that old, but saying you should be sharing all this knowledge for free. Here's the reality. I practically do a live stream every day giving you stuff for free. But there's certain codes that I ain't just going to give away, that I spend 5, 6, 7 hours on. I'm not just going to come live and read it all out to you. I'm getting a lot of new people signing up, and amazing people. And I'm going to briefly read a comment that one of my members left. Mickey Blue Eyes. He said, information overload. He was talking about my Kobe Bryant book, because it is information overload, because it's incredible, but a lot of people won't be able to process it because it's too heavy, the knowledge. He said, information overload, but still spot on, great stuff from a great bunch of souls who just want the truth and then pass it around. So definitely one of the only few groups I've ever been in or joined that does that. This feels like it's being driven jointly by everyone involved and gently guided by our Father, the Most High. Stay blessed, everyone, and our Father and Son will keep us in check to steer us away from those who come to seek us out and misguide us. So I just love these type of comments. There's such a range of people on my website. This website isn't just about me. I am like the captain or the coach, but does this sound dramatic where I say I'm nothing without the people on my website? I am really, aren't I? Like, otherwise I'd just be coding for the sake of coding or just coding for myself. So let me just quickly break this down. It's funny how Maradona, who's a female, was born in Lanus, like the anus, just mockery. Yeah, don't cry for me, Argentina. Madonna sounds like Maradona. She sung that song. The truth is I never left you. It's almost as if Maradona never died with those lyrics. So I'm going to break down this game quickly, and I'm going to break down the article that I read and the words that they use and how people like me see what they're doing, whereas the average person will not notice what I notice. So England draw 25-25 versus New Zealand. Eddie Jones' England side produced a comeback of miraculous proportions. Again, miracles connected to Jesus. All right. At Twickenham to draw 25 all, which means 25-25 with New Zealand. Having been 25-6 down inside the final 10 minutes. Satan gets you 10, Satan gets you 55, the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. I really do think at this point it is Satan behind these outcomes as of now. Wolf Stewart's 2 tries, again, another guy with 2 male names, Wolf Stewart. Wolf Stewart's 2 tries, either side of one from Freddie Stewart, finished off the lay list of fightbacks from an England side who had looked a million miles from scoring for most of the game. So for practically the whole game, it looked like they weren't going to score, and then they get 3 tries in 9 minutes. So New Zealand took the lead after 4 minutes. Okay, they went up 7-0. Remember, Elizabeth reigned for 70 years, and Daniel's 70 weeks is all about revelation. New Zealand then made it 14-0 after 9 minutes. So they got a try after 4 minutes and 9 minutes. Revelation gets you 49. Antichrist 49. Prince Philip died on 4-9. Age 99, 99th day of the year. 9 times 11 gets you your 99. Queen Elizabeth died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a pandemic. And then after 50 minutes, all right, the score's 22-6. Okay, another try for New Zealand. 22-6. And after 50 minutes, they get a try. And of course, the game finished 25-25. 25 plus 25 is 50. The word satanic gets you 50. That's why Kobe Bryant, so connected to satanic numbers, was drafted in the 50th NBA draft. And then what do we have? England get a try. It says here, 71 minutes. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic the 71st day of the year. All right. The World Economic Forum founded in 71. Princess Diana born on 7-1. And then they get one after 74 minutes. All right. 7, the 4th prime, 4 connected to death, to the royal family. That's why Queen Elizabeth's Jubilee was 4 days, which is 96 hours. And she died at age 96. England's dialing codes +44. Philip and Elizabeth had 4 children. And then after 79 minutes, get a try. 79, 22nd prime. The World Cup is going to be the 22nd edition. It's in 2022. Harry Kane was born exactly 22 weeks after Bobby Moore died, who was the captain for England in 1966. Yes, number 6 lifted the trophy in 66. Oxford Mathematics has simulated 100,000 times, 100,000 times, and say it's Qatar England final. Yeah, of course, Qatar are not going to get there. I think England do though. Hand of God at 26th and died 34 years later. Yep. And Maradona actually got to the final of the 1990 World Cup and lost 1-0 to Germany. And the captains were number 10, Maradona, and number 10, Lothar Matthäus. It's all Satan. All these people who we've grown up worshipping and idolizing because of the media are demons. Okay? And when you study symbolism the way I do and you understand it, they're being controlled. And I think they're aware of it, the top ones. So 25-25, their last draw was 25 years ago. Queen Elizabeth became the queen at age 25. She died in the 97th year of her life, the 25th prime. 25, which is Ronaldo's birthday, and Neymar's birthday, is the 36th day of the year, and 666 is the 36th triangular number, and obviously 25-25, 2 times 5 is 10. And they got this amazing comeback in the last 10 minutes that all the articles are raving on about, even though the tries were in the last 9, but they have to tell you it was 10. So in the last 9 minutes, they got 3 tries. Gareth Southgate was born 9-3. Harry Kane was born in 93, the year Bobby Moore died. 93 is big. Jesus died and resurrected, 9 a.m., 3 p.m. So I'm going to read this out to you and look what they do. And I made an incredible sync with Euro 2020. Is Satan equals 10? Much love, Gabriel. I ain't going long tonight, Gabriel. I had a few cocktails on the boat. It was a fun time. And I'm coaching in the morning. So listen to these words. I highlighted them on my website. In the space of 9 breathless, mesmerizing minutes. So breathless. All right, I've told you this. A lot of people dying. Coronavirus was all about how it damaged your lungs. George Floyd, I can't breathe. Okay? The breath is the spirit. And it mentioned in a lot of the articles, it was the spirit of England that guided them back into the game. This is so biblical, and it's untrue. It truly is incredibly biblical. So 9 breathless, mesmerizing minutes that sent Twickenham into raptures. Raptures? Like the rapture? Wow, 22 in the live, 11 likes. 2,211, guys, is connected to 66. It's also the anniversary of JFK's assassination. But 2,211 is a 66 triangular number. England won the World Cup in 66. Book of Revelations, the 66th book of the Bible. Church of Satan was founded in 66. So it's saying how Twickenham was sent into raptures. You need to know what the rapture is when it comes to the end times and how it connects to Jesus Christ. All right. So it's deep, and it's all connected to end times. It's all about being a true believer. So Eddie Jones' side bellied their reputation as limited finishers. So they're known, this England team are known for struggling towards the end of the game. But here they get 3 touchdowns against one of the best teams in the world. Not touchdowns, tries. I keep saying touchdowns. I've turned into a yank. To force one of the most improbable draws in their history. When Wolf Stewart, 2 male names, powered over for his second try at the death. They had to say at the death. That's why you're getting so many late goals and touchdowns and tries, okay, because it's the death. I told you at the beginning of the season, you'll get loads of late goals because they're going to say they won it at the death. You're going to get 99th minute winning goals. And was I wrong? I wasn't. So there's another example where they like to tell you at the death. The ground was engulfed by scenes of eye-popping, bee-throwing delirium. Eye-popping, like they all see an eye. Bee-throwing delirium, and they're telling us how all the bees are dying. And we need the bees. They're sacred of bees. Against all odds, Phil Collins' son, this team had rediscovered their fortitude, wiping out a 19-point deficit to the fearsome All Blacks with a final act of devastating precision. 19-point deficit. Queen gets you 19. COVID-19. 19-year moon cycles. All right. Kobe Bryant accused of raping a 19-year-old girl. It is off the charts, guys, what is going on in this realm that we're living in. Have you seen the New Jersey Devils on a 12-game winning streak? Won 5-1 today. Also, Boston teams, including the Celtics, Bruins, are dominating and both in first place. Yeah, my community got the Devils. The Devils, guys, are dominating. It's just blatant. Boston Celtics, look at the logo. It's got a guy with one eye closed. Okay? Boston is Beantown, like Kobe Bean Bryant, like Beans, the magical fruit, like Mickey and the magical beanstalk. Wow. Yeah. Wow. 20 in the live, 11 likes. So Osama bin Laden died 2011. Fictional character. So it was a Gideon momentum shift. Even if fans sounded almost deflated when Marcus Smith kicked the ball out at the end to take the draw. It had to be 25-25. They had been pleading for England to drive on for the victory. They could not help but be startled by the plot twist. They literally have used plot twist in this article, like a movie. For 71 minutes, remember coronavirus declared a global pandemic, 71st day of the year, 71's the 20th crime. It was declared a pandemic in 2020. Kobe Bryant died in 2020, who played 20 seasons in the NBA. 20,000 people attended his memorial. The All Blacks, all right, it's funny how they're called the All Blacks, and it was talking about a breathless ending. And obviously George Floyd was black. And then you've got George with St. George's flag, which is England's flag. I could do a whole video about my connections with Georges. I was on a boat today. The guy who organized it was called George. Yeah. I'll put all that on my website anyway about Georges. So for 71 minutes, the All Blacks were superior in every department. So 71 minutes out of 80, they were superior in every department and forgot how to play rugby for 9 minutes. Just completely forgot how to play rugby. And England became unbelievable. All right. How's that happening? Guys, it's the end of the game. I know there was a sin bin, but it's the end of the game. All right. This is elite level. Again, they call it elite level because it's like the elites, the Satanists that are controlling these players. Well, they're not controlling them, but they're the ones giving them the contracts, and basically telling them what to say, what to think, what to wear. From Jordan Bates' inspired kicking to Rico Lone's lightning bursts. Satan was cast out of heaven like a lightning bolt. The basilica was struck twice by lightning. Wow. In 2013. That's why you had the Tampa Bay Lightning win back-to-back Stanley Cups. From Sam Whitlock's leadership in the second row to Mark Tellier's extraordinarily accurate defensive work. And yet, when Burden Barrett received a late yellow card for pinning Smith to the ground, no reason to do that. No reason to pin the guy to the ground when you're up 25-6. No reason to do it. Other than they're being controlled. They're not in charge of the actions, in my opinion, on the field. I believe in free will, but I believe when you give yourself to the devil to an extent, like these top stars do, who are playing for their national teams, they're no longer, it gets taken away from them, the free will. You're born with free will, but I think Satan can take it away from you. That's why you sell your soul to him, what they say. Although you can't actually sell your soul. Soul belongs to God. So England finally found their fluency with a trio, of course 3, of superbly taken tries. So England were down 25-6. 256, the square root is 16. 16 times 16 is 256. England drew the final of Euro 2020 before losing on pens. And that Euros was the 16th edition. It's why Italy won it for the first time in 53 years, the 16th prime. It's why the 3 black players who missed, their jerseys combined to 53. All right. 11, 17, and 25. And it's why the opening goal of the Euros was scored after 53 minutes in the Italy-Turkey game. That game was in Rome where the Vatican is. This is deep. Now you know I'm telling you, man's not doing it. It's nothing to do with Vegas. It's nothing to do with the Jesuits. All right. To an extent it is because they're working for Satan, but they're not dictating it. They're being used. And check this out. 25. England scored 2 out of 5 penalties, like 25 at the Euros. And the decisive penalty was missed by Saka, who was wearing the number 25 jersey. Tom Brady came back in a Super Bowl that was on 2-5 from a 25-point deficit to win against the Falcons. Elizabeth became the queen at age 25. I've told you Ronaldo and Neymar were both born 2-5. It's the 10, which is Satan at the moment. Hey, Divine, much love to you. I won't be going much longer. It's just, this needed to be shared. Man's not determining these outcomes. All these sports are connected, and it's biblical. And unless you study the Bible and Revelation, you're never going to get what I'm saying. I can teach you how to be a farmer if you want, Adam. Yeah, I'd be up for that. I can definitely improve with stuff like that. Know what I mean? But going back to like the farmer, wasn't Cain a farmer, the first son of Adam and Eve? It's, yeah. The Devils are 10-0-0 in their last 10. Wow. They'll probably lose the next one then. Or maybe they'll go 11, actually. I've been on 11 likes forever here. But Queen Elizabeth, her funeral was 11 days after she died and began at 11. a.m. That's why the Euro 2020 final finished 1-1, like 11. It's why England's first penalty miss was number 11, Rashford. Isn't this incredible that I rattle this off? I was in the ocean today. I went for a swim, so I was on the boat. One guy said, "You never sleep. Your brain is like incredible." And another person basically called me a supercomputer. And the young kid thinks I'm not human. So yeah, it's pretty insane. And again, like I said, if you watch my video from today, you can't make that up. That wasn't the Jesuits code in my life. It's me being synced with the universe and being aware of it, and the universe communicating with me, which is God. I had all sorts of stuff today, right? You know, the other day I was telling you that I was trying to figure out, am I more connected to 42 or 33? And I gave you another example today, guys. I get to 6.66 thousand subs on a day, leaving 42 days left in the year. I was born 42 date numerology. So funny, my dad would have been age 42 in 97, 25th prime. I've just done that off the top of my head. So he was born in 55. Same year as Bill Gates. He's 11 years old when England won the World Cup. I just couldn't believe it. So these 42s, 33s, I had my awakening at 33. I was also born on 33 date numerology. I live at number 3. The boat that I was on today was number 3. Say 3 is a magic number, but 4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. I'm a 6 life path. If you study your life path number, and I'm like, oh, what is this? I'm 36 years old right now, which is 6 times 6. And I went to the car park right next to the marina, and it was super busy because it's Saturday and it's not that big of a car park. I was like, geez, I hope I find a spot because that boat's leaving soon. And I did. It went from gate C. C is the 3rd letter of the alphabet. And I saw a family, 2 like 16, 17-year-old girls and the parents. I said, guys, are you leaving? It's like, yeah, sure, yeah. I was like, okay, thank you. And I messaged my mate Andy. I was like, I'm just parking up now. I'll be there shortly. He said, no worries, mate. The car reverses out, and I've got a photograph of it. The number plate was 4233. It was 4233, the number plate. The car, there's about 200 cars in the car park. The one that pulled out, that I went into, the number plate was 4233. So it's almost like my role right now is to show you all that this reality is coded. It's coded by God, not by artificial intelligence. That's where people get lost. They think it's a matrix and it's AI because they've watched the Matrix. Do you think they're really going to reveal that much truth? They give you half-truths. They'll give you half-truths. You got to use your discernment and your spirit to see through them and what elements true, because they will give you truth, but they'll give you a lot of lies. So we do live in somewhat of a simulation or a coded reality, but it's not man coding it. It's not AI. It's God, and Satan's aware of the code and uses it against those who are oblivious to it. I can't believe that hat was RVCA, just because I love the hat. Never owned anything from that company before, that brand. And it has the exact same gematria as kill. And the other day, somebody, why is my likes going from 12 to 13 to 12 to 13? And again, back to 13. What you doing, YouTube? And now back down to 12. Is anyone witnessing this? How's it going from 12 to 13 to 12 to 13 to 12 to 13? Adam is a Nephilim. I don't know who I am at this point. I'm on a different frequency, it seems, to the majority of the world. But I'm able to still connect with people and coach them and teach them. Yes, they get blown away by me when I get into what I know. But I'm able to just sometimes just be a normal guy, like I was on the boat today, apart from with a few people that were aware of what I do. I could just have regular conversations. So it's almost like I am some sort of prophet at this point. I have been chosen to do this, never asked for this knowledge. I know I've given up a lot. I know that. I can say that and say I gave up a lot for this journey. And it's been wild, and it's been so insane how my belief systems have changed. But that's growth. Most people are afraid of changing their belief systems because they've been programmed so heavily. Now 15 likes, I'm seeing 14. Kareem, take the jab, Abdul Jabbar. 38387 points. Yeah. Wasn't he number 33 as well? Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. 11-3. 11 times 3 is 33. Because Magic wanted the 33, but he couldn't, could he? So he was given 32, which is a huge number, as we know. That's why there's 32 teams in the World Cup, 32 rays on the Society of Jesus' logo. Like, I've just lost a like again. Listen, not that I'm into likes and stuff. It's just how the algorithm does this to me, how it limits all my videos. So I make pennies off YouTube for what I'm putting out for the amazing content. Again, I don't really use YouTube for money, but how it can't just be an even playing field, how they have to limit my videos, remove likes, delete comments, freeze me multiple times, where they've just frozen me, cut me off multiple times. Why are they doing that? And people are still in the mindset of the people who have more subs means that their content's more interesting. It's lies. The algorithm's lies. Those silly blue ticks on Twitter is just showing you who they belong to. All right. Again, in reality, with what I do and what I reveal, as well as anyone in the world at this point, they're still keeping me on. They're saying I have 6, but now it's 6.67. Thankfully, I thought they were going to keep me on that for a while. It's 6.67. But I know I have way more people watching my stuff. I know I do, and sub to me, because they keep having people be notified that they've been unsubscribed. Well, they don't even get notified. Oh, yo, Illusion, why am I unsubscribed from your YouTube channel? I don't know. Do you think I did it? Why would I do that? So people are not getting notified when I go live. So again, that's because I'm on the right path and they want to slow me down. They mess with the wrong guy with me. Look, another like taken off me. They mess with the wrong guy. They don't know my spirit. Soon enough, hopefully they'll just leave me alone and like, now, guys, are you taking the piss? Is it you guys taking the piss? I've just gone from 16 likes to 14. All right. Last time I mentioned likes because it makes me sound like I want attention with likes, but it's actually pretty hilarious. Imagine it takes me down to like 3. Go on, Satan, take me down to 3. Have a good laugh at my expense. YouTube plays the same games with a lot of channels. I know. I'm not saying that that's not the case. I'm saying I just wish it was an even playing field. I don't think I'm special in that. I know they do it with many channels. I'm just saying there's people who believe when you say, listen, I should have way more subs. I deserve way more subs. Yeah, well, why don't you have them then? Why don't you have them then? That's their weak mindset, unfortunately. Yeah, mainstream gets you 113. It is the number of deception. Bullshit gets you 113 as well. In gematria, it's being used as the number of deception. It's why coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on 11/3, which was a huge deception from the first second, which I was aware of. Thankfully for me. What about that 25-25 and George Floyd died 25-5 and 5 times 5 is 25? Again, George Floyd never died. George Floyd never died. The guy was a fictional character. I called it from the first second I heard about it. All right. And Someone were mentioning Maradona and number 34. Obviously, Maradona was number 10. Well, Maradona scored 34 goals for Argentina. That is why Messi won the Copa America at age 34, and the final was his 34th appearance. Maradona had 91 appearances for Argentina, the 13th try. There is a strong possibility that Argentina may go far in the tournament, may even get to the final, may even win it. But they've got a lot of numbers, which I've told you about. So, yeah, I've told you Messi is basically the second coming of Maradona, both demons, in my opinion. And both at number 10, both left-footed, both played for Barcelona, both tiny but strong. Basically the same player, and the only difference is Maradona won the World Cup. That is literally pretty much it in regards to the style of play. They have these Newell Old Boys connections as well, somewhat with that club. I've done a video about it. I think that was connected to the Leeds coach as well, who got fired. What was his name? I can't believe I forgot his name. But they made him out to be this incredible coach. These guys can't coach. All right? They can't coach. I've told you all of this. The players are not who you think they are. They're not. But you'll watch their performances on the sideline, or the way that they're standing, or the way that they approach interviews, and you think that they know what they're doing. Or you say, well, they played pro, so of course they've got all the knowledge and all of that. It's nonsense. These outcomes have nothing to do with the coaches. Nothing. At all. That's why they're now trying to show you clips of them coaching, like Arteta in the changing room. Know what I mean? Whereas Guardiola, they're doing documentaries of Guardiola coaching. You're watching him coach, and let's go, vamos, vamos. All right. How easy is it to just act for? Yeah, Bielsa. He's connected to Newell's Old Boys. Messi is. Maradona was. So there's probably some sort of it'll be a Masonic satanic club where they probably do witchcraft. Okay. Yeah, George Floyd was an actor. Right? He was in the NBA, in my opinion. Steven Jackson. And then who came out with the Illuminati card game? A guy called Steven Jackson. Somewhat with Jackson, guys. Jackson 5. That's another 5, actually. I keep talking about 5. Messi playing his 5th World Cup. Ronaldo 5th World Cup. Brazil come in with 5 World Cups. Arsenal have a 5-point lead at the top. Jackson 5. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to do this. I don't really talk about rugby. Ronaldo won't be winning the World Cup. If you're going to fall for the interview with Piers Morgan, then fall for it. Ronaldo ain't winning shit. I think he'll score 3 goals. He's not winning a World Cup, in my opinion. I think he scores 3 goals, and that's him done. I don't know who's going to get them against. I'm sure he'll get a penalty along the way. But I don't think Portugal win. I don't think a new team's going to win it. There's too many 8s. And there's been 8 teams that have won the World Cup. There's too many 8s. Okay, I'll be really shocked. And again, I'm telling you, with this World Cup, I ain't coding every game. I don't know that England are winning the World Cup. I don't know. They might not. They might go out in the group stage. All right. And at this point, I've done so much work that I could be wrong for the next 50 times and still shut people up for what I've already done. But I think England have the best riddle. I think Brazil's the second, and then Argentina. And I don't see anything changing unless something major happens. I don't know, maybe Pele drops dead during the World Cup. I don't know. But I think this World Cup's going to lead to World War III. You're going to see all the numbers I've been talking about for 2 years. They're all going to appear in this tournament. I'll be intrigued to see things like who got the first goal of the World Cup? What time was it? All right. That's the stuff I'm going to be looking at. And I ain't going to code every game before it begins. And one guy who's on my website, I won't say his name because he's a nice guy and he probably don't know that what he did was really disrespectful. People think I just sit behind the screen all day and that I'm just going to take requests. So I'm just going to say this very politely to all of you at this point, because you are legends, you're really good people. But if you're going to email me like somebody did today and said, do you mind coding these 4 games for me? You want me to code 4 games for you? You're paying me $10 a month. You just think you can email me and say, can you code 4 games? You have no idea how difficult it is to code it. No, I won't. So I'm not taking any requests for sports codes from anyone. I do my website, let me flow. Okay, I put out enough content where if you can't justify paying the $10, don't pay it. But I'm not coding games for you. I'm not coding a celebrity death for you just because you ask. I won't do it. And people on my Twitter, Illusion, who's going to win the World Cup? Who are you? Who are you? I don't know. None of us know. And then I don't respond like, tell me then. I'm waiting. You're waiting? You'll keep waiting, mate. I don't know who's going to win it. Get on my website. I'll give you information. Do what you want with that. Like, I had Cleveland Cavaliers to win. They were plus 500 during the game. They were plus 900 during the game. People got on them. Smart bettors who like to bet got on them because of my code. Somebody left a comment on my website. Like, I'm not always on my website, guys. Someone left a comment in play. I had Golden State Warriors to win as well, which they did. Perfect code, all about the Queen. That's why they ended on 111 points. The Queen was born the 111th day of the year. 9/11 leaves 111 days left in the year. They played against New York. Obviously, New York gets you 111, and 9/11 was in New York. So somebody asked me on my website, should I cash out, Illusion? Don't ask me those questions. You're an adult. I give you this information, mind-blowing, incredible masterclass information every day. You have to then figure out what you're going to do with it instead of, like I said the other day, I'm the teacher, but I'm not taking your exam. If you want to cash out, cash out. If you want to bet huge on a code that I've done, do it. If you want to parlay picks, do it. If you don't want to bet, don't bet. But stop emailing me asking for advice off me every single freaking day, please. So I have a life. I've got a coaching company. I teach English. I'm dating somebody now. I'm covering, tutoring 3 students at the moment. I'm going to be teaching at a school for like 7 days coming up. Then I've got the World Cup stuff coming up. I've got to finish my Illusion book. And I get about, at this point, it's almost like close to 200 emails a day. I'll respond to every comment on my website. That's it at this point now. And some emails if I find them interesting. I don't want to sound rude with that, but unless you're in my position, you don't know how overwhelming it is. People thinking that you know everything. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I can't tell you exactly where the world's going to go. I'm just giving you my opinion. And it's just fortunate that I'm right most of the time. So I just wanted to get that off my chest without being rude. But I needed to do that. So what else have we got? Yeah, get it, Gabriel, on Twitter, Gmail, the Instagram page, my WhatsApp. It's relentless. I know people are doing it from a good place most of the time, but there's just me. Like, you know what I mean? It's only me. I don't have 5 or 6, 7, 8 people working for me. It's just me. And my life's not just this website. If it was, then I'd probably respond to everybody. But it's like on Monday, I'm teaching for 7 hours. I come back, I'm going to be teaching English. I have a coaching session for an hour. And somewhere in between that, I'm going to have to be coding. And I slip in a live stream here and there pretty much every day. And then on top of that, people are asking for more from me. And I think you said, Gabriel, sometimes the best word you can say to somebody is no. And I'm going to be at that point now, but without being rude about it. I'm going to say, no, I don't have time to do that. Or I just won't respond, which might be rude, but sometimes that's got to be the case. People can take a hint. No is a complete sentence. Beautiful. I love that. No is a complete sentence. And this is no like dig at people. If you're watching this now thinking, wait, I'm one of the guys who messages him or emails him, I'm not having a dig at you. It's just when it all comes at once, it can be. It's almost like you know when you were at school back in the day, and even more now. You go to school and it's like every subject's giving you homework. So it's like I go in on Monday as a student. You've got homework for English and math and science and religion. It's like, oh, can't you just let me be? And then you finish it. Oh, well, here's some more because you finished. What? It's like that. It's like it's never ending. Like I said today, I would have a day off from my website. I still posted like 7 times. Maybe I have an addiction as well to share information. Shouldn't really be going live now. I took a nap today with Kenya for about an hour and a half at like, maybe it was like 5 to 6:30. Just completely wiped out. The sun and the ocean and all of that. I was on the boat as well. I was thinking I was Truman from the Truman Show. Every time I'm on the boat, every time I look at the ocean. Although Jim Carrey's a Satanist. Can you please decode every sporting event, pro and college, as well as Little League for the next 365 days, please? Oh, it's the least I can do for paying me $10, mate. I can do all of that. I'll do it tonight, all right? I code every single sporting event for the next 365 days. Yeah, I can do that for you, mate. Absolutely. Just send me a $2 super chat. What else? Adam probably already know this, but Maradona and Guardiola coached the Mexican soccer club Dorados de Sinaloa. Yep. And they also have the connection with Barcelona. Obviously, Guardiola coached them, their most successful coach in history. He was the captain. Maradona captained Barcelona. And Dorado means gold as well. What's crazy with Sinaloa is that my ex-wife is from Sinaloa and Kenya is from Sinaloa. Sinaloa does have the word sin in it as well, which is interesting, but that's not a dig at Betsy or Kenya. But yeah, but I will say, go vigilante. I did know that, but thank you. Because that would be something that I may not have known. That's information that if someone sends me, I go, all right, okay, that's great. Yeah, the chances of that are crazy. So let's have a little look at Dorados, Sinaloa. See if I can find anything with the founding date. Founded 19 years ago, of course. Wow, there you go. They were founded 9-8 or 8-9. Elizabeth died on a date that can be at 9-8 or 8-9. Dorados, gold, connected to the crown. They were founded 9th of August, which can be at 9-8 or 8-9. Of course, she died the 8th of September or September the 8th, but it's still 9-8 or 8-9. Their stadium's named after a bank, Banorte, which is hilarious because that's my bank. My goodness. So yeah, this team just came out of nowhere, gets promotion. Its biggest rival I know is Club Leon, which is connected to Lion, England, with the 3 lions, connected to Babylon. It's just crazy how this is all being done. This whole reality that we're living in is just a joke. Maradona was there in 2019. 2019, he of course died shortly afterwards. Just what about Xavi, who has the Barcelona connections? He coached in Qatar. He said Messi will definitely win the World Cup, which tells me he won't, because they won't go back and find an interview of Xavi saying Messi will definitely win the World Cup. They don't often give away things so obviously. Kathy, when are we going to meet up? I'm pretty overwhelmed with work the next few weeks, but I can find time to hang out. Let me know when. Can you explain why your name, The Illusion, matches with the Illuminati and the Jesuit order in many different ciphers? No. Maybe because this whole reality is an illusion. I didn't know it matches with the Illuminati. Let me check. What I'll say to that is I wrote a book, which I've not even sold yet. I'll tell you the whole story. I'll break it down for you. Messi will win. You gotta be careful with the word "will." But again, if you think that he will win, then bet every single penny that you have. If he will win, he has a great riddle. I don't think they'll have him win it. So you mustn't know my story. I'll quickly go over it. In 2020, when I was in lockdown in Mexico, I wrote a book. The only reason I wrote a book is because I'm not much of a TV fan and I have to be doing something. Wrote a book. I called it The Illusion only because I believe the society that we're living in is an illusion and it was connected to psychology. I think fear is an illusion, all of that. So my book was called The Illusion. I didn't even plan on anybody reading it other than me. All right. When I came up with this name, The Illusion, I had no YouTube channel. I had no platform. I had no Patreon. I had no website. I didn't know what gematria was. If you know my unique story, it should be a movie, my life. And it may well be. I've got a documentary coming out about me next week. A guy called Chad's working on it. It's not so much a documentary. He basically interviewed me and he's going to put images in this video and me talking over the image and video. All right. Towards the end of the book, I was studying numerology and symbolism. Remember, my book was already called The Illusion. The only reason I studied symbolism was because of wrestling. I was a huge wrestling fan. And even when I was younger, I noticed there was a lot of symbolism to it. I just didn't connect the dots like I have now. When you type in symbolism and you research it, it connects you to numerology. And I've never been bothered about numbers, which people don't get. They think that I've loved numbers since I was a child. I've never cared for math. I was good at it, but never cared for it. Never connected letters with numbers. Then, through numerology, okay, I came across Jewish mysticism, which is gematria. Nobody led me towards it. It wasn't like one of you guys, like, follow the illusion. This guy's a genius. He knows gematria. You got to learn it. Nobody guided me towards it other than the Holy Spirit and myself writing that book. I read about it. I didn't quite understand it. I was actually going to just give it up and be like, I don't know what this is. It's hurting my head like it hurts a lot of people's heads. I was like, now I've got symbolism, I've got numerology. I don't need gematria. What is this Jewish mysticism? But I kept looking and looking, and then I typed gematria into YouTube. That's where I had to find Zach Hubbard. Say whatever you want about that guy. He taught me the basics. I think he's allowed to give you the basics. I think he's a plant and he's allowed to give you the basics, and then he'll take you down the wrong path. But I learned from him. Then I thought, if he can do it, I can do it. I'm a smart guy. I'll figure this out. And my goal was actually at the beginning to be better than him. And I am better than him, a country mile. And The Illusion I did not know the gematria of it until somebody told me. It wasn't like people believe that I'm this amazing guy on gematria and I gave myself the illusion because it syncs up with Jesuit numbers. That's not the case. I was born 14-4. All right. I was born 14-4 on my dad's birthday. All right. Jesuit order is 144. Okay. I was born 14th of April, 144. There's 1,440 minutes in a day. Do you think I determined that? The 144,000 angels, do you think I determined that? My syncs are beautifully organic. My 6.66K today was organic. If you're on my website, you see all the organic things. You see the organic syncs in my live streams. I talk about numbers and it appears with the time of the live or the likes or the amount of people within it. So again, if you want to come out, the actual Gematrinator, the calculator, I don't know how many times I say I don't really give a shit about it. I hardly ever use it. Okay? The English language is man-made, 16th century. The numbers and all of that, that's God. The English language, guys, that's to cast spells on us. That's the reality of it. And back in the day, we didn't speak English. We didn't. So, yes, does the illusion have similar gematria to Jesuit order? I didn't know it had similar gematria to the Illuminati. Well, not really. You got 153, that's it. So 1 out of 4. So yeah, the people who are still in this community where their whole riddle determines on a calculator where they're typing stuff in, you're a mediocre coder and you always will be. Date durations is the way forward. People like Divine who study astrology, understanding the book of Revelation, typing stuff in a calculator, it's the cherry on the cake. It's not the be all end all. And like I've said, when people say to me that you're Mr. Gematria, no, I'm not. Gematria is a tiny, tiny part of what I do. And people don't understand that. Gematria, guys, is Jewish mysticism. It's all about how words and letters have a numerical value. That's one element of what I do. Gematria is not square root, prime numbers, Fibonacci sequence, triangular number, pentagonal numbers, date durations. That's not gematria. That's separate. That's separate. You've got number properties. That's not gematria. You've got date durations. That's not gematria. You've got incredible knowledge of history. That's not gematria. You've got incredible knowledge of the book of Revelation and the Bible. That's not gematria. So defining me as Mr. Gematria and just going off that calculator, think about what you're actually saying. All right. My name's Adam. God gets you 26. Adam's 26. Does that make me God? Does it mean that I came up with a 26-letter alphabet because Adam gets you 26, the name that I didn't even give myself? People telling me illusion gets you 666 in Sumerian. My name's The Illusion, but you're going to type in illusion and use that against me? I'll try to. It's kind of embarrassing, but that's all I've got to say about that. Yeah, 6079 Smith, you are good with duration. You're a good scientist. I do love the song Scientist by Coldplay. That whole video where they're in reverse. Oh, is that Fix You? Or maybe, no, it isn't. It's the Scientist, isn't it? Hey, Sideman, much love to you, baby. Woo! I did a big woo today. Made people laugh. I don't know what it is. When I'm on a boat in the ocean, I always have to woo. Are they giving me signs for me being cool or something here? If you're going to go off gematria, 44 in the live, 17 likes, it's staying on. Cool gets you 44 and 17. Oh, no. If something happens to me in the near future, you know why. Illusion's been taken out, baby. The Purge, Yeah, that movie is very interesting. I could decode it, to be honest, but I ain't doing it right now. Cheers, Divine, baby. Yeah, I could do a whole video on the purge. I'm not coding it right now for you. What you just explained is mind-blowing, Adam. Wow. Thank you, Gabriel, but I don't even know what I said. I often just go off on one. But yeah, what I'm trying to hit home, again, this is what I do in my lives. I'm so organic. I was talking about a rugby game. I was supposed to be speaking for 30 minutes about it. And now I'm telling you that stop defining what I do as just gematria. Do you think me writing a book was just gematria? It's not. You've got to get to where I am, at the level I'm at, you have to tick boxes in so many boxes. You can't just be a one-trick pony doing what I do. Some people are good at that, but they can't remember that. They can't memorize that. They don't know the number properties. They don't know that. They can't figure out date durations. They don't have the history of the sports, or they don't have the knowledge of the players, or this, that, and the other. I've been given the gift, and loads of them. And what do I do with it? I share it. I share it with you. People just want more. You know what I mean? Like you make them dinner. You bring in a homeless guy. Not calling you homeless guys, but you bring him into your house. You make him dinner, and it's like, any chance on some apple pie and custard as well? Woo! What, mate? I've just made you like a beautiful dinner. All right. And now you're wanting more. Give me more. Britney Spears. That is such a bloke. Bloke. And I fancied Britney Spears. Bloke. But I feel sorry for Britney. Been used and abused since a child. Tragic. Under deep MK Ultra. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go. How you explained how you code. Thank you, Gabriel. It's a lot. It's a lot. And those people who code like sports and daily picks, they may have months occasionally where they get 60+% and think it's cost of their codes. They're not. It's nothing to do with your codes, from what I read, for most of you. It's just not. Like 36 date numerology, Arsenal can get to 36 points. And you think that's why Arsenal won? Even though maybe the same day has 33 date numerology and they can stay on 33, but you'll say it's because of the 36. I'm just trying to help people get better. It's what I've gifted at. I make people better. Teaching, coaching, I make people better. And gematria, I make you better. I've taken average coders and made them really good, or at least helped them, because they've told me, if it weren't for your work, I won't be as good as I am now. Loads of people have told me that, and you put some of you in the chat. This Justin guy is great. He's really good. There's, you know what? There's loads of people that are getting really good at it. Yeah, this guy, Alfie on Twitter, I don't know who he is. Look, how aggressive is this? Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? Didn't respond. One, because I've not been on my phone. And then he said this. I've already covered this, but how aggressive is this? Answer the question, please. Guess he said, please. Answer the question, please. How about no? How about you find your own answer to the question? Because sometimes, guys, we're not going to know the answer. All right? Like somebody said, who's winning tomorrow in the Qatar game? I don't know. My gut feeling tells me Ecuador. Everyone else have told me Qatar don't lose. I've told you, when the majority of people are pounding me with the same opinion, I go against it. So something tells me that Ecuador might win that game. And then there's going to be this tension in Qatar with their fans. And it's probably going to be a controversial game, maybe a controversial winner or penalty or whatever it may be, or sending off. Something tells me Qatar are going to lose the game, despite the fact everyone tells me they won. And I haven't coded it in detail at all. This is just my gut. I won't be posting a code on my website tomorrow for this game. I haven't found anything that really stands out, so I ain't going to force it. But my gut is telling me Ecuador are going to win that game. Purely because everyone's telling me Qatar are not going to lose. Their host nation, the referee is going to be making all the decisions in their favor. Again, guys, how are Qatar, are we even questioning that game if it was real? Ecuador should murder Qatar. All right, this is not a footballing nation. Ecuador are mad about football. South America are mad about it. And if people are going to throw the whole, well, they're used to the climate, how are you going to explain that if England win the World Cup? When England's first training session, they were training in 33-degree heat. By the way, I've noticed that England is sponsored by EE phone company. I've told you that's 55 because he's the fifth letter. Notice how the England rugby team is sponsored by O2, which is a phone company. It's because Satan's behind your phone. All right? It's behind modern day technology, Satan. Think what phones have done to people, how it's taken them away from God and from this so-called reality that we're living in. Remember when Man United was sponsored by Vodafone, which is 666, when you look at their logo? You just learn this stuff. You just, again, symbolism. What has gematria got to do with symbolism that I do? How's that got anything to do with gematria? Other than maybe if you type in Vodafone gets you this, or EE gets you this, or internet gets you 666. Symbolism, it don't even require gematria. O2 sponsor Greenwich Mean Time. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Remember the song Ecuador? Yeah, by Sash. Ecuador. Great song. Sash were a great band. Their best song was Stay. Well, it wasn't so much a band, it was like trance, wasn't it? Yeah. Like I bet I could Google that song and I bet it connects to this World Cup. Released in 97. 25th prime. Wow, that was 97. So I was 11. This song was released when I was 11 years old. Great song. It's a German DJ produced it. DJ Rodriguez. April. Wow. Month I was born. April 97. 22nd of April. My goodness. 8 days after my birthday. The length, 334. There's your 10. It's like stuff like that. That's where you can use numerology. 334 is 10. 3 plus 3 plus 4 is 10. Critical reception, rated 3 out of 5. That's 35. That's Satan, 35. Baphomet, 35. That's why Southgate retired at age 35. Yep. 93 million views on YouTube. That 93 again. Let's see what number it was in England. I'm sure it did pretty well, or United Kingdom. Wow, it went to number 2. Number 2.
Interesting. Great song. I'm going because I'm knackered. I've got coach in the morning. I've not even looked at stupid NFL games yet, which I really can't be arsed doing. Joke shop of a league. This guy needs to humble himself. Do I? An article came out saying Qatar is bribing Ecuador players to lose. Again, so people will read that article and think there's no way Ecuador are winning the game. Then they win the game. It's what Satan does. It leads you down the wrong path. Again, I ain't saying Ecuador win. I won't be shocked if Ecuador win. Because of articles like that. So if Qatar win and there's a controversial decision, people are going to already say this tournament's corrupt. They may want to do that. They may want to trigger that angerness inside of people. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to have Ecuador sneak a win. It might be 1-0. Shitty game. And have you not noticed with this World Cup that they've not built it up whatsoever? There's been no build-up towards it like previous World Cups. No build-up. A lot of people are going to be at work when the games are on. This is not about football. This is not about the spectacle. This is not about the fans. This is about fulfilling a ritual, a huge one like you've never experienced in your life, in my opinion, this World Cup, or right after it. It's either going to be during it or right after it. But in December. So get your popcorn, enjoy the show, and watch what goes down. This World Cup for me is not about making people money. It's about figuring out where the world's going. And that's my goal. It starts tomorrow. Starts on Joe Biden's birthday. The 2018 World Cup started on Donald Trump's birthday, but nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. Biden replaced Trump. 2018, the World Cup began on the 14th of June on Trump's birthday, his 72nd birthday. Pope Francis became the Pope the 72nd day of 2013. His 72 goetic demons. Ronaldo's a demon. He was born 7 weeks and 2 days after Pope Francis, his birthday. Jesuit Order 72. But that don't mean shit. Brady won Super Bowl 55, 7th of February, 7-2. Okay, 7 times 2, 14. Pope Francis born with 14 days left in the year. All right. Guess how old the Pope was when Argentina won the World Cup? Have a guess. 49. Revelation gets you 49 when they won it in 86. Okay, Antichrist, 49. And I'm going to leave you with this because Pope Francis became the Pope on 13-3. Remember, the lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time was 13-3. That involved Brady, the GOAT, connected to the Baphomet. He's a demon. It's nothing to do with his ability. If you can't see that at this point, you're clearly in denial. Brady ain't winning shit this year. So, Revelation 13:3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. This is all about the Antichrist. Revelation 13:3 is the Antichrist. Again, if you understand the Bible and Revelation. Revelation 13:3, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Basically, the world worshipped the Antichrist. Revelation 13:3. Pope Francis became the Pope the 13th of March. 13:3. 13 times 3 is your 39. When Southgate was born, 3rd of September. All right. So there you have it. I've given you a bit more gold here. Sagittarius is a fire sign and the World Cup is happening during that season, yeah, there's going to be an explosion which connects to fire. I believe that there'll be an explosion. I believe all sorts of stuff's going to go on at this World Cup. But yeah, good knowledge there with the Sagittarius. It's definitely an area I need to work on. The zodiac signs and astrology, I'm good, but I ain't like divine good. So there, did I just humble myself to the person who said I need to be humbled? I definitely need to improve my knowledge on astrology. Like Rambo's incredible. I'm doing a live stream with him after the World Cup. 42 in the chat doesn't shock me. Truth Matters, 222. I'm seeing Adam with a lot of exclamation marks. Is there any reason why there's so many exclamation marks? Are you excited? Do you have some information for me because I'm about to leave? Anything? So yeah, just know as well that this World Cup starts 2011, and Bin Laden died 2011. There's going to be an explosion, and it's of course in Qatar. It's in the Middle East, and Osama bin Laden, or the character, was born in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, which is like Mahrez's first name, who wears number 26, the Queen number. All right, who won the Premier League in 2016 with Leicester. And Vardy, who was born 111. Queen Elizabeth, born 111th day of the year. Jamie Richard Vardy, them winning the league was all connected to King Richard, who was buried in Leicester. It's so deep, but I ain't got time or energy right now to go through it all. Gas prices are going up, baby. Well, most cookies and purples, strains purple are vanilla and sweet smelling. Yeah, everything's going to go up in regards to gas, food, travel, tickets to attend events. It's all going to go up, but your wages are not. Right, my head's hurting. It's time for me to go. So take care. Keep learning. And I'm sure tomorrow, I don't even know what time this game is. Quite frankly, I don't give a shit. I will figure out why a team won or why it was a draw, and I'll break it down for you. I just won't be able to break down every single game. And by the way, England, who have Wales, it's all to do with George, St. George's flag, George and the Dragon. George slayed the dragon. I think England will beat Wales just for that riddle. All right. Prince Charles, or King Charles, was the Prince of Wales. I think he dies next year. So let's see what happens with that one. I got the Queen right. I don't see why I can't get Charles right either. Have you watched Somber movie? Yep. Yeah. And it's Sandra Bullock. Yep. That's a very intense movie. People who are spiritually blind, pretty much. So, whoa. Guys, tomorrow's 6079 Smith's birthday. Let's leave it on that. It's going to turn 40, and Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights, and Brady came out of retirement 40 days after he retired. And England lost to Hungary 4-0, and of course, Jesus fasted. I'm sure he was hungry. Nice play on words there. So, happy birthday to you tomorrow, brother. Incredible guy. It's funny, your birthday is 2011, and 20 plus 11 is 31, and I was born on my dad's 31st birthday, 11th prime, and Revelation 13:18 is about 666, and 13 plus 18 is 31. So yeah, we are connected, 6079 Smith. There's no doubt about it. So have a wonderful day. Do something that brings you joy. And thanks for everything that you share on this YouTube channel. I appreciate you. I'm off. My eyes are closing. But yeah, just showing you there, the rugby is just as rigged or coded as soccer or the NFL or tennis. It's all connected, which I've shown you. Governments, politics, sports, natural disasters, pandemics, all coded. and all connected. And I've shown you that now. And it's pretty much undeniable what I've shown you in 2.5 years if you go back from the beginning to now. It's all led to it. Everything I was saying has happened, practically. So I'm off. Take care. Bye, Leon. Bye, Sebastian. Bye, Chris, Divine, Gabriel. All of you, I'm off. Truth matters. Thank you for your kind words, my friend. See you later. Bye, Divine. Yeah, get back to bed. 5:30. That's Stephen Gerrard's birthday, May the 30th. So get some kip, and I'll speak to you all soon. Kathy, much love. I hope to see you soon. Drop me a message whenever you're free, and I'll pop round to your house, or we'll go to the marina or whatever. Get some apple pie. Woo! Take care.